Alright, first question of the Q&A. We are going to talk about animals, and I feel like I should split this into many parts because I feel like I'm gonna talk so much about this that I love animals. And the first question is by Liz Sandberg. What type of animals have you ran into? You're like an awesome Disney character. Thank you for that. A lot of people actually call me Snow White. But yeah, thank you for that. Disney character stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna say to you all the animals I have encountered here where I live, and I'm gonna split them into mammals, birds, and insects. So we're gonna start with mammals. And first of all, squirrels. Of course, squirrels. Squirrels is the main thing. Squirrels inspire me. Squirrels is the reason why I'm here talking to you. And yeah, squirrels are cute. They're everywhere. I see them every day. It's so windy. My hair. Should have wore my hat. But yeah, squirrels. Chipmunks. I have so many squirrels and chipmunk friends. They're everywhere. Every 5 minutes I would see a squirrel or a chipmunk coming towards me, or just standing there looking at me, waiting for me to throw peanuts. It's so cute. And we go to the next one. We got squirrels. You know what? I'm just gonna go over the list because I might get lost. There's so many. You know what? I'll end this first. We'll go to the next part. Next one, rabbits. It's a lot of rabbits too, especially in spring. Only in spring and summer, actually. They hibernate and during the colder seasons. But yeah, I've seen one come close towards me for some reason. He just looked at me and then ran towards me fast. He just sat there right in front of me by my feet. So yeah, I haven't fed them because they eat grass. But yeah, I've seen rabbits. Rabbits. These are all birds. I've seen bats. There's a lot of bats at night. I remember when there were neighborhood kids who were always talking to me. They would be scared of the bats. They would be like, no, they're going to suck my blood. But yeah, they haven't sucked anyone's blood. So yeah, they are peaceful. They're just there flying, making noises at night, at dusk. There's foxes. I've seen foxes by the bridge I always go to, and it's always a sight whenever I see one. It's like, it definitely means good luck or something. They're so orange, they're so majestic. They look so majestic. And there's coyotes. I think I have seen coyotes. They're more grayish. They kind of look like foxes, slightly bigger than foxes, kind of like smaller than a dog, bigger than a fox. But I'm not sure if they are coyotes, but they are coyotes, I think. And then there's stray cats. Lots of stray cats over here, especially before. There's not a lot now, but there were a lot like years ago. And then there's raccoons. Lots of raccoons by the dumpsters. You know what? I'll end this again. Let's go to the next part. It's gonna be 3 minutes soon. So yeah, raccoons. Lots of raccoons by the dumpster. Especially at work. Whenever I throw garbage, I would try to smack the dumpster with sticks first to to make sure there's no raccoons inside. Because one time when I opened the dumpster, there was one inside, and it hissed at me like, and I closed it fast. Like, I feel bad for the raccoon. I hope it wasn't hurt, but yeah, there was a raccoon. They're dangerous. They carry rabies. They are, what do you call them? They always carry rabies, even if they don't show signs. They're one of those animals, so they are dangerous. Don't come close to them. They carry rabies. And rats. I haven't actually seen a live rat. I've seen one dead rat, and that's about it. And then there's beavers. By these streams sometimes, but there's more muskrats than beavers. I don't know if you know muskrats. They kind of look like beavers, but their tails are like this. Beavers' tail are like this. Muskrats are like this, and they're very territorial. So don't come close to them when you see one. And then skunks. There's a couple of skunks like over a year ago, 1 or 2 years ago. There was a day where it was like skunks everywhere. I can smell them, and they don't smell good. It smells so strong. And then there's groundhogs. I love groundhogs. They look so cute. There's a lot of them in spring. I have like some. I got some apples from the apple tree and tried to give one, and I actually managed to feed some groundhogs before, and I wish I could touch them. They're just so chubby and so huge. They're like huge squirrels. I wish I could touch them, hug them. And then I haven't seen bears yet. We're going to talk about bears on the next part. So yeah, bears. I haven't seen bears, but I've always wanted to see bears. But now I'm kind of scared now, and one of the reasons I'm scared now because of my dreams. Like, I love bears, but every time I see them in my dream, they don't look cuddly. They don't look cute. They look disfigured like the bear from Brave, the mother bear. Oh no, not the mother bear, the other bear, the villain bear, the disfigured bear, the one-eyed bear. They always look like that in my dream, and I don't know why. It always keeps chasing me. There was a dream where I was like walking around the neighborhood, and I heard from a news that there's a bear like roaming around the neighborhood, and I got scared, so I jumped onto walls, onto some higher platforms to avoid it, and then I saw it. It's like disfigured and scary. There was a dream too where I hid in the closet, and it just chased me there, and I screamed myself awake. But yeah, there's bears here, and I do want to see one, but I also do hope that I don't see one. And yeah, and there's always bear warnings too during my college years, or here in this area. But yeah, I do wish I don't see bears. And I do wish I see bears. It's the same. I don't know. I just don't want to be killed by a bear. And there's flying squirrels too. I haven't seen one, but there are flying squirrels somewhere. And there's deers, there's bucks and does, and they're always here. They always look majestic, especially the male ones, the bucks or the antlers. There's some in the bridge, and I've seen some in snow, and they just look beautiful. They look like Patronuses in Harry Potter. And what else? I know there's a possums. I haven't seen that one yet. There's dogs, neighborhood dogs. And these are some things. What is this? There's like an ant, like a red ant. Oh, it looks dangerous. Sorry. Kind of looks poisonous for some reason, so I blew it down there. But yeah, that's 3 minutes. So wow, I've been talking for 10 minutes now, but yeah, we'll go to the next part. Alright, next, I've seen kangaroos and horses, not here though. I've seen them in my college's zoo exhibit, or mini zoo one day. They just like built cages around for a day, and there were animals there. And what else? I think that's all for the mammals. Let's go to the birds. Here's woodpeckers. One of the first birds that flew onto my bird feeder was a woodpecker, and I love the woodpeckers. They look so cute. I love the eyes. I love their eyes. And yeah, that woodpecker has been going into my bird feeder for quite a while now. I think like a year, I think. And then what else? There's mourning doves. There's blue jays. I love blue jays. They're so intelligent. They are a part of the crow family, and I love feeding them. I've been feeding them as well, and they're kind of comfortable with me now. I would see some of them fly onto the ground, look at me, wait for me to throw peanut, and when I throw peanut, they grab it and then fly, and they make this sound like I'm just looking at. I'm just making sure there's no people, but yeah, I love blue jays. They actually help protect the schools from the hawks, because blue jays are very territorial. So when they see hawks, they would gather all together and just scream at the hawk and annoy it to death. And I've seen one hawk just perching on the branch, and there's blue jays around it, and the hawk just flew away, like with an annoyed face or something. But yeah, there's hawks. There's red-tailed hawks. I fear those because they eat squirrels. I've actually seen one eat a squirrel, and it's not pleasant. They're brutal. Nature is brutal. And what else? Birds. There's lots of birds. There's crows. I'm just gonna read them all. There's crows, pigeons. It's 3 minutes now. You know what? I'm gonna read them the next part. Alright, there's crows, blue jays, pigeons, like New York pigeons. There's so many pigeons in New York. There's red cardinals. They're so beautiful in snow. They're just red, like everything's white, everything's covered with snow, and then there's just this one bird perching on a wire, and it's red. It's just so beautiful. It's just so peaceful. And there's starlings. I love starlings, and there's so many of them flying all at once. There's a flock of them, and I've actually held one, and it's a very, very sad story. I saw one fly up high in the summer sky, and it just fell, and I think that's because of the heat. And when I grabbed it, it passed away. It died in my hand, and I'm so sad about that. And That's the reason why I bring water and sugar with me now. Always here in my bag. And what else? There's sparrows, house finches, grackles, hawks, vultures. Vultures are scary. They are big. They are big. Vultures are big. And I've seen raccoon carcasses, and I've seen vultures up close. They are cool though. Like I've seen some during the winter, and they were just perching on the branches, and it's silent, and it feels eerie. It felt eerie and quiet. Then there's seagulls. There's sometimes seagulls flying over there. Very rarely though. I'm not sure. Then there's Canadian geese. There's Canadian geese over there right now, and they are scary. They're like cobras, cobra chicken. They chase you, they hiss and chase you everywhere. There's mockingbirds, there's juncos, and blue heron, which I will show you right now because there was a blue heron here before I started the video. It was so beautiful. I will clip that video to the end. And then there's mallards, the mallards, ducks. There's a lot of them there, and they always laugh. You know, like ducks, they laugh. Ducks laugh. You should search on YouTube, laughing ducks. I swear they know something. And then there's swans, robins. Where I'm gonna tell you a robin story on the next part. So yeah, robins. Over a year ago, in May, my sister and dad found a fledgling robin in front of our door at night. When I woke up in the morning, I just found a box, like a cardboard box with a fledgling robin on it, and my sister sent me a text. She's just like, please take care of this. I didn't know what to do. I just search on Google on what to do, so I just did everything they told me on Google. They told me to feed it, and then put the box outside and see if the parents hear them. And I did that. I fed the fledgling, the baby robin, some blueberries, and it would poop blueberries like every 5 seconds. and then after I did that, I went outside to look for the parents. I had placed the fledgling robin on the side of the bush and just let it walk and supervise it. I had to supervise it carefully because there are a lot of squirrels and crows everywhere, and squirrels are omnivores. If you don't know, they are cute, but they are brutal as well. They actually are cannibals if given the chance. Squirrels are cannibals. They would eat other squirrels if they are very, very hungry, and they kill snakes too. So yeah, I have to be careful with that because I would see squirrels like go towards the robin, and I would see crows too, like fly and wait for the robin to come out of the bush, and that scared me. So I brought the robin home first, and then I tried searching for the parents again in the afternoon, and during that time I managed to find the parents, and I was so happy about that. It ended up as a happy ending, and I saw the fledgling robin jump towards its mother, and the mother gave it some earthworms, and I love that. I love it ended well. And then what else? I think that's all for the birds. You know what's funny about birds? 5 years ago, I would only call them birds. Like, oh, that's a red bird. That's a blue bird. That's a black bird. Crows. I know crows. Crows are easy. They're seagulls. But I would call cardinals birds, blue jays birds, and birds birds. And now I know all the names because of haiku. I actually need to know the names of the birds to write an effective haiku. So you know when, you know what the seasons are, you know what time of the day it is, and oh wait, you know what? Yeah, owls. I haven't seen owls, but I think I did heard an owl one day in the morning, and it was creepy. It was eerie. It was morning. It was very early in the morning. It wasn't dawn. The sun's not out yet, and there was a fog outside, and I heard a ghostly hoo hoo, like hoo hoo hoo. It doesn't sound like that, but it sounded ghostly, and it was scary. And then there's the Duolingo owl. I see him every day, every single day in the morning, because if I don't, I would break my bones. Then yeah, we'll go to the insects next. Wow, I think this is the longest time I've been talking in front of my phone or recording for a video, but we'll go to the insects now. I've seen house centipedes. I like house centipedes. They're chill. They eat other pests like cockroaches. And then there's oil beetles. Oil beetles are the reason why I don't jump on piles of leaves during fall. They get you blisters if you touch them, and they're everywhere during fall. When all the leaves are on the ground, you just see black beetles crawling underneath. So yeah, be alert, be careful with oil beetles. And then fireflies in summer are my favorite. They're just magical, fireflies. And cicada killer wasps. They are big wasps. They are scary. I used to be scared of them, but I found out they are gentle giants. So now I can just walk through a swarm of them. They're just not. They are only dangerous to cicadas, so that's why they are called cicada killer wasps. But they are harmless. They are gentle giants. Now there's stinks. And then there are stink bugs, grasshoppers, ants, cockroaches, silverfish, inchworms, millipedes, spiders, earthworms, honeybees, bumblebees, swallowtail, black swallowtail. I think swallowtail is actually the butterfly, the state butterfly of New Jersey. So yeah, that's a fun fact. And then there's monarch butterflies, crickets, cicadas, moths, oriental beetles, and lanternflies. Lastly, lanternflies. I'm not really that scared of insects. I'm only scared of insects because I might kill them. That's the reason I'm scared of them. I'm not scared of insects because of insects. I'm scared of insects because they are easy to kill. They are very small, and it just pains me to see to see one get squashed, and I just don't like that. And I just don't like seeing body parts and legs everywhere. It's just the worst. And lanternflies are the exception. Lanternflies scare me as an insect. I don't know, and cockroaches too, because lanternflies, they have the body type of a cockroach. they look like aliens for some reason. They have long legs, like long creepy legs, and their colors, they are red and they have white spots and black rings around them. They look poisonous. So that's one of the reasons I don't like them. And they are actually they are invasive species. So the state ordered everyone to kill them on sight. But I cannot do that. I cannot kill anything on sight. So when I was with my sister in New York, whenever we see lanternflies, I'm just like, Leanne, can you kill that one? I cannot kill anything, and you would have to force me to do that. But yeah, they are, lanternflies are invasive species, so you have to kill them on sight. There was a lot of them like 1 or 2 years ago, but now I think I've only seen 1 or 2 this summer. And they secrete honeydews too. I just don't like everything about lanternflies. They creep me out so much. But yeah, those are the animals I ran into. There's so many. I have a feeling I missed some. But yeah, there's a lot. I can't believe I've been talking for over 10 minutes now. I just love animals. But yeah, I'm gonna put the blue heron video now at the end. So yeah, that's the first question. That's the first question that I spent 20 minutes. I love it. Thank you, Liz, for that one. And we'll go to the next question now. So there's a heron right there. That's one of the animals I have seen, and it's a very, very symbolic one for me. It always shows up whenever oh, there it is. It flew from there to there in front of a car. It's just so beautiful, so big, so graceful, majestic. But yeah, it's very symbolic for me because I've been folding paper cranes, and blue heron is very close to cranes, and they always appear during an important part of my life. And I don't know, something, it has to mean something. But yeah, that's one of the animals I always ran into. And there he goes. After I finish speaking, it goes, flies away. So yeah.